Hello, everyone. My name is Natalie Armstrong-Motin. I'm with Marketing Resolution, and I have with me as a special guest today, I've got Dori Shwirtz from Miami, Florida, and she has a website, divorceharmony.com, where she provides lots and lots of resources, but she has agreed today to spend a few minutes and explain to us via video what exactly Divorce Harmony does for its clients. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Natalie. Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. So how did you get into mediating family issues?
Well, I started out my career as an attorney in New York, and I've had not a traditional journey to get to mediation. After that, I was in the diamond business for quite a few years, and then moved back to Florida, where I'm originally from. And it was always something just in the back of my head that I wanted to do. I've always loved just listening to people's problems and helping, come to resolution on things. And I wanted to do something kind of with my legal background, but I did not want to practice law anymore. I knew that. So I decided to get into divorce mediation. And
All right.
Right.
All right, and that's a common story. I hear from a lot of our colleagues that they just get tired of being a gladiator. They get tired of litigating cases, and pretty soon into their careers, they recognize that courts, the legal system, really is designed for legal issues. So
Absolutely.
If you have a legal issue, you hire an attorney, you go to court, and you manage those legal issues. But for issues that are based in relationships or, anything that doesn't need to set a legal precedent, you really are far better off finding a mediator.
Right, absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people, they would love that day in court when they're divorcing, to show that how bad of a person their spouse is, and they're going to win in court. But unfortunately, or fortunately, it doesn't work like that. In most places, it's no fault. You're not going to even get to discuss the things that you want to discuss because it's not legal-ish. They're not legal issues. So you're not going to get that day of redemption in court, and then things will just be great afterwards. So it's really a great alternative to settle your divorce outside of the court system in the traditional ways that most people think of when they think of divorce.
Well, and I think that a lot of people don't understand that they really don't get a day in court. Their lawyers speak for them. They don't get to vent. They don't get to tell their story. They get to way far in advance tell their attorney a story, and the attorney will reframe it and rephrase it for the purposes of the court setting.
I always think of the game, I don't know if you played it when you were a child, the game of telephone, where everyone sits in a circle and the phrase, and they whisper in the circle what the phrase is, and it's always something completely different when they get to the last person. And that's kind of what happens when you have the traditional lawyers in the court system. There's no communication between the actual parties, and things get miscommunicated and create more conflict. Instead of just dealing directly with your spouse and talking to them directly, even if it's hard, sometimes it's a much better way to handle things because you're getting the message across. You're not wasting time and creating more problems.
Well, there's also, I think, a great catharsis in being able to say your piece and not have it reinterpreted by someone else, reinterpreted and regurgitated by someone else. There is a great catharsis in that. I think also for families, if you have any aspiration to co-parenting, if you have any aspiration of keeping a workable relationship with your soon-to-be ex in regard to property settlement or raising children or taking care of parents or whatever it might be, the court system is really not the best place to have these conversations.
Definitely not. And also you and your spouse are the ones that have the most interest in how you're going to decide things. So when you let these third parties or a judge decide on things, you may not like what they're going to decide, and they're also not necessarily in the best interest of you or your children. you know best and your spouse knows best about, especially if you have kids, what should happen with those kids. So to give yourself the power is really important to make those decisions.
Yeah, I think absolutely. And I think that it is empowering. You know, when you go through these kinds of processes, I think that people frequently feel additionally victimized by the system. And being in a mediation room lets you take back that power. It lets you dictate your own destiny in a way that the courts can't even consider hearing about.
Right, your voice is definitely more powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So, well, I like what you have on divorceharmony.com. I like the resources that you provide. I think it's a really strong combination of services and experience that you bring to the table. Oh, it's my pleasure. You do good work there, Dori. I really appreciate the time that you've spent. If you weren't in mediation, what do you think you'd be doing? You think you'd have a different kind of, what kind of career do you think you'd be having if you didn't work in ADR?
You know what? I don't know if I could start all over. I really, it's hard to say because I'm really loving this. I really love doing it. I love helping people. The whole everything. Totally off track. Maybe a nutritionist. I don't know. Like I was something I was considering in college, but all the science classes I saw what I had to take, it kind of overwhelmed me. But maybe. But I'm perfectly happy with my career choice now. So.
Well, it sounds like your true nature then is really truly helping people.
Yeah, it's funny. I was like, we had in my junior high and my high school, like a Dear Abby column, and I was the anonymous advice giver. I always loved doing that and listening to people's problems and trying to get to, resolution and helping people. I just like that. And I really like listening and teaching people how to listen so they can really resolve their conflict. Well,
I think that your sincerity really comes through. It's obvious that you're the kind of person that people can trust with whatever their issues might be. So I think that speaks really highly of your professionalism. Well, Dori, I'm going to put the divorceharmony.com link in the description bar down below, of course, for people to connect with you, and hope that they do. Is there anything else about your practice that you'd like to share with people?
Just that I do virtual, just like we're doing here. We're in different continents right now, and it's great. We're able to connect as if we're in the same room. And I actually do all my mediations virtually. It's a great way to do it so it's casual and people feel relaxed. It's not like a courtroom atmosphere. And they don't have to be in the same place either. You don't have to be in the same room with your spouse if it's heated. So it really makes things just more convenient. You don't have to drive anywhere. And I really like doing it like that. And I think my clients do as well.
Well, that is a great service that you offer. What a nice way to sort of, neutralize the environment. And this is a format that most of us are comfortable with. We Skype, we use the FaceTime, Facebook, WhatsApp.
Right. And I've had clients from, not in Florida. I've had them out of state, also out of the country. I've even had clients in jail, which is really nice because they deserve to get a divorce also if they want to. So it makes the process really accessible to anyone.
That is an excellent service to offer. Absolutely fantastic. Good for you, Dori. Very nicely done. So, well, everybody, I will encourage you to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed the content of this video. If you know someone who needs the kind of help that Dori and Divorce Harmony can offer, please, forward them the video, share this information, and let Dori help them out with the issue that they have. And as always, be good humans. Thanks for watching.